Today it's a new day for me, and it marks a new era because we're going into something completely to a whole different dimension where we're getting the engagement of some big players or big player. That big player is not just my Frank Fuentes because he's big. No, I'm talking about him plus the organization that he represents. He represents the largest Latino-owned mortgage in the United States. And, I've been going through Washington, I've been going to Sacramento, I've been attending masterminds and doing this, that, and the other. But then I ran across a passage that says that faith without works is dead. And I said, oh my God, I suppose that's talking to me. So I called my very good friend Frank, and he says, I agree. Success is in the doing, not just in the dialogue. And he has a program that I am going to engage him explaining it, because this is going to benefit a lot of people. This is literally going to change the landscaping. We keep talking about home ownership. We keep talking about generational wealth, but sometimes we don't have the funds. And like in our community, a lot of the people that are able to work, first-time home buyers particularly, they can make the payment. They're already making doing their house payment, the rent, but we have a completely different angle for veterans and for first-time home buyers or people that have not owned a house in the last 3 years. Paisano?
Yep.
Anyway, with you, I introduced to you guys, he doesn't need an introduction, but he's someone that is very, very dynamic in the area of lending. Frank, the floor is yours. The Inland Empire, I share it with you.
Absolutely.
I own it.
Thank you, Paisano. Thank you, Amado, for that introduction.
Yes.
Thank you for the partnership. I really appreciate it. I'm super excited, just like you said, just to echo in your words. I've always been of the opinion of taking action.
That's it.
Okay?
That's
You and I have been going around in the same circles, political spheres, whether it's in Washington, D.C., through NAREP or MBA or different organizations that we belong to. But unfortunately, a lot of that dialogue stays there.
Yeah.
Okay? We talk a lot about theories and we should do this and we should do that, but I've always been of the opinion, I know you have as well, to take some action. And a good example of that is what I did with our Latino Focus Initiative at New American Funding, where that literally started as a conference call. It started as a conference call with a small group of loan officers, an underwriter. Over the course of 7 or 8 years, it evolved into an industry-changing initiative in the country. So I'm taking that same concept and bringing it here to the community to where, in my opinion, it's really needed.
Frank,
I'll stop right there for now.
Yeah, no, it's just that I want to expand on certain things that I have physically myself have seen. In the Coachella Valley, you literally changed the landscaping. I was there. We've been with Adriana in Florida. In other words, the Latino community is not just the Inland Empire, but it's a lot broader. And you have played a role in that transformation, in that paradigm shift, because you have worked hard building that bridge from home ownership with, obviously, without financing is like having a car with no gas.
With no
you got
fuel.
the gas.
That's right.
So please tell us who are some of our sponsors and why are the sponsors so passionate about helping with this new program?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a lot of excitement. We've got sponsorships. Number one, starting with the Chenoa Fund. For anybody who is in lending, may recognize the name. Chenoa Fund is responsible. It's probably one of the largest nationwide down payment assistance programs. They're going to be here at this event. We also have wholesale manufactured homes. They're going to be talking about how someone, a first-time buyer, can basically purchase a lot and a manufactured home and put it into one deal. So they're going to be here talking about that program. Our good sponsors and friends over at MGIC, one of the largest mortgage insurance companies in the country. Without them, a 97% conventional program would not be possible.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay, so they're going to be talking about their programs as well. And then we have our good friends at Calvo Insurance, who are going to be talking about all the issues we have right now with insurance. The insurance premiums going up in California. Why are they going up? Insurance companies leaving California.
Yeah, right.
So this is going to be a lot of relevant information specifically for consumers that are looking to purchase a home in this market.
Frank, not to change the conversation, but I'm a reader. The name of our company is Excellence Empire, and in reading about the Roman era, and a lot of our culture, government principles comes from that era into the West. And at the beginning, when the warriors would fight, the centurions, they had the wealthy, the landowners, they had the helmet, the shield, the sword. And the people in the front, they had the slingshots, sticks, and they would get killed. Later on, as Rome evolved, they started giving, a piece of real estate and started dressing like soldiers, and that's where Rome got real powerful. And to me, in a paradigm or in a metaphor, I see that that we're doing the same thing. Once there's some skin in the game, once these soldiers own a home and their family was there, all of a sudden, the spirit to fight, the spirit to win, the spirit to go to work, it changes. Would you say that?
100% spot on. And now is the time.
Now is the time.
Now is the time. As you know, inventory is at a history low.
Yes.
Maybe even an all-time low.
That's a fact.
So what better way to, again, give back to the community, talk about how to create their own inventory with these construction loans that have never been seen before.
Yeah.
Okay? When have you heard of a construction loan with
as
little as zero down?
I've been in the business
It's incredible.
For over 30 years, and this has never happened. So this is something, it's like in 1956 when Henry Ford, he couldn't sell his Ford. So somebody told him, well, listen, why don't we break it into monthly payments? And all of a sudden, it was like breaking that teeth in that zipper. It just blossomed. And I believe that we're in front of history. And tell us about, I see $500 here. How do I get those $500? Or how does the people coming in, how do they get the $500?
So part of what we're going to be doing today, actually, as soon as we're done here with this video shoot, is we're going to go around to all of the major supermarkets around here. We're going to go to La Surtidora. We're going to go to Cárdenas, El Super. If there's any Northgate Gonzalez, all the major hubs where specifically Latinos like to shop.
What about the Michoacana to have a nice one?
La Michoacana también. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be passing around these postcards, English and Spanish. They're two-sided. And we're going to be delivering stacks of these to all of these businesses that I just mentioned with the incentive. Their incentive is going to be that we're going to be raffling off the day of the event gift certificates for people who attend our event to go back and shop at these local businesses. So that's our way of giving back to these local businesses. And then the consumers who bring in these cards, we're going to give them a $500 lender credit for their closing costs.
Can they use that $500 credit towards their appraisal?
Actually, it would be toward the hard cost of the transaction, the escrow fee, the title, the origination fee, specifically toward that.
What about, in this area we have Marsh Air Force Base, and we have a lot of veterans, a lot.
Yep.
Talk to us about this particular program that you're putting in place. It's 3.5% down. It's basically an FHA loan.
Yep.
What about a veteran? What is New American Funding? What are they doing for that veteran that literally went and put their lives on the line for us so that we can have these conversations?
Yep.
What are you guys going to, what kind of a down payment do they need?
For any veterans out there with this one-time construction loan, if you happen to be a VA, you can finance the cost of the lot, the construction costs, the planning, the permits, all of the costs associated with building a brand new home with one loan and zero down.
Wow.
Zero down. So that is incredible. So again, if you're an agent, an excellence agent, again, a reminder,
Yeah.
this is an exclusive
Yes.
event
Yeah.
that we're doing with New American Funding and
the
Excellence
Excellence
Empire out here in Moreno Valley. So I'm super proud of partnering up with you,
Thank you.
Paisano,
Likewise.
on this deal
Likewise,
here.
likewise.
And yeah, we're definitely super excited. And these are amazing programs, guys, that we're going to be sharing with the consumers here. And this room here will be filled.
You know, all this happens because basically the people behind the scenes, and sometimes we don't acknowledge them. And I just want to acknowledge our videographer, Mr. Michael Olson. He's someone that, I mean, every place, all the events that we do, you know, our open houses. Tomorrow at the mall, we're going to be distributing this. And he's someone, my God, you know, he was here. I had some issues with a transaction, and he was here a half hour before. Mr. Fuentes said, hey, can he wait? And he was patiently out there waiting, preparing his filming equipment. And it's somebody also that he is a proud homeowner here in Moreno Valley. And in closing, what would you like to say, Mr. Fuentes?
In closing, what I would like to say is I want to extend this invitation to any individuals out there that are looking at this video that are thinking or tinkering with the possibility of buying a home. I highly encourage you to attend this event. You don't have to be a first-time buyer. You could be a move-up buyer. We're going to be talking about some investment products as well. So anyone in the market for a home or who wants to know what's truly going on in the community of Moreno Valley and the Inland Empire, join us on June 24th.
The information that you're getting is not from YouTube and it's not from some unknown resource. New American Funding is a very credible organization in our industry and in the lending arena. Mr. Fuentes is someone that we've been friends for a long time, and he's someone that is very committed to home ownership, to making a difference, you know, in that generational wealth.
Absolutely.
And I really, from the bottom of my heart, Mr. Fuentes, I want to thank you, sir,
Got it.
and Mike. And by the way, Adriana, come over here and say, give us a closing. This is Adriana. She was here just watching, supporting us. But what would you like to say? What's your take on this whole ordeal that New American Funding is doing with Excellence Empire here in the Inland Empire?
Well, hello everyone out there. What a quick closing. Well, I just think it's a tremendous, huge opportunity, and you know, to this community. And just we didn't mention the future of Moreno Valley, what's happening in the city of Moreno
right,
Valley.
that's right, yeah.
You know, and that's something so important. You know, the World Logistics Center, you know, coming here has been approved. It's a green light. What does that mean for the real estate community? It will be really worth it for you to purchase a
The
home.
mayor is going to be here.
The mayor too, Ulises Cabrera too.
Cabrera.
He will be here present in this event, June 24. Don't miss it. Take note of it. And I, you know, again, you know, thank you, Frank.
Oh.
Thank you, New American Funding.
Very
You know,
welcome.
for watching out for the Latino community and the way they have done it for so many years. And thank you, Amado Hernandez.
No, thank you. You know, I just want to say that when Mr. Frank told me about it and shared this project, this vision, that whole night I couldn't sleep because I see all the possibilities. I come from a very humble background where, you know, my parents, they struggled to buy their first home. But as a result of that, they were able to do other things. And over my journey, I have been able to help a lot of families that today their financial situation is completely different had they continued paying rent. And right here, we are bringing you someone that is qualified, someone that is credible, and someone that can deliver. So in closing, what I want to say is, come, bring your neighbors, your family, and everybody else. There's plenty of space here. Come and meet us. As Adriana said, Ulises Cabrera is going to be here, and there's going to be other celebrities that you'll be able to talk to. Anyways, take care. God bless. Remember your ABCs.
1, 2, 3, los esperamos.
Uno, dos, tres.
¡Los esperamos!